Hello. Not exactly a start of a good start to the broadcast. Uh, for some reason, I am a bit froggy in the throat. Phew. Sorry about the yawn. I am not happy with the way things went out with my Cardinals. They got off to a great start and then had a good ending. The rest of the game, unfortunately, didn't pan out for them. So now I have to lick my wounds as it is from that and the two falls I've had in a 3 week span and try and call a game between two of the more exciting teams in the league. Nuts. I don't know why, but that pizza really took a bit out of me along with the Cardinals' loss. So at least I got the lighting all right. And hard to say he's going to win this game. The Chargers are at a point where at least they don't have to depend on Justin Herbert anymore, since they're establishing their running game a lot better under their new coach. Kansas City's not blown away anyone, let alone blown out their opponents. So, despite the fact that this is a home game for the Chiefs in less than ideal weather conditions, the Chargers could keep this close. And in a sense, one would hope for that, just because you want some nail-biter finishes to get the pulse racing. This is why I don't do predictions. Again, it's any given Sunday rules. Anyone could potentially have a shot at winning if the conditions are right. So, both teams are well above 500. The Chiefs obviously have clinched a playoff berth. The Chargers still have potential to rack up an AFC West title. Be a nice feather under their cap, given they have yet to really impress in the postseason, let alone get to there. The deal Spanos made with the devil to get a nice large stadium to play in is one he doesn't own by himself. This is interesting. Heidi Gardner. A Chiefs fan. This is why I keep the headphones on, so I can hear what's going on. I guess they couldn't get the blonde you'd expect to introduce this with longer hair and slightly longer heels and definite singing talent. But Heidi Gardner is still a good choice. So the game's going to start in a few. We have Patrick Mahomes somehow managing time to chat with Melissa Stark. If I was a football player playing a game like this, I'd want to keep everyone at arm's length. I want to be dialed in. Guy must be supremely confident to just hang out with a nice-looking blonde. Although he's already got one of those. So we wait until the real action starts. So the Chiefs can clinch the division if they win tonight. They're undefeated in all their division games. We got a ex-Chief banging the drum slowly but loudly. And what follows is a somewhat blood-pulsing yet socially inappropriate tomahawk chop, which Native Americans never really started, and I wonder why they insist on doing this facade. In the meantime, the action has commenced. Samaje Perine has actually returned to kickoff to the 37-yard line. So the Chiefs will start on the offensive side. Mahomes is in the gun. Isaiah Pacheco is back off the IR and to his left. You can bet your bottom dollar they love to have him back. And they hand it off to Pacheco, who gets 3 yards. They announced the offense. Oh. Well, I'll be. It just passed by quickly, but we got an ex-Cardinal in the Chiefs lineup. How nice. Pacheco gets a second run and gets another 5. It's going to be third down. What a surprise. An ex-Cardinal doing well with another team. "14 minutes left. And we have another run. And it's Pacheco. And the third time's the charm. They get a first down. So this will be his first full game since the second week. And there's the ref trying to make sure that the Chargers are set. And Mahomes is back to pass this time. And he gets it to Kelsey. Who else? And it's a first down. I wonder if we'll have a Taylor Swift sighting. We usually do in the home games. Kelsey's in motion. Mahomes is in the gun. He's got Pacheco to his right. Fakes the handoff to him. Mahomes gets off a pass to Xavier Worthy, their super speedy rookie. And now we have the Chargers being introduced. And again, with the Chargers being on Sunday night, we get to hear a Division II school be referenced. And another first down, another run for Pacheco. And 3 minutes are gone in the quarter already. And nice little hole for Pacheco to run into, but the Chargers closed it up real fast after that. And now we got booing going on, and I don't know why. Oh, they decide it's not a first down. No wonder they were booing. So, I don't see any attempt to challenge it. I don't see a replay either. We gotta trust in what they're doing. And Mahomes is in the gun, trying to audible, it looks like. Hands off to Pacheco yet again, and this time we know he got it. Nothing Justin Herbert could do but look on and wait. And Pacheco's going to take a little breather. Chargers have quite a defense to contend with. Quite a few Pro Bowlers. Mahomes passes it to Kelsey, but it's incomplete. Bit too far for him. Henley, who was on the defense, absolutely did not see the ball and was lucky that it was overthrown. Mahomes back to pass yet again. Gets it. Oh! To his fullback, Baylor Cupp. But he dropped it. His debut play, and that may be his only play. So 3rd and 10. Mahomes in the gun once more with feeling. Back to pass. And he's now in trouble, and now he's sacked. It was a sack by committee, 3 different Chargers in there. And we're going to have a field goal attempt, that is. And Khalil Mack was the first there, going underneath. Matthew Wright will do the attempt from 47. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And if I heard Tirico correctly, he's the 3rd different field goal kicker they've used. Butker, of course, we know is injured. I don't know who the other guy was, though. Oh, we had a Carson Wentz sighting. We want to mute. I wonder who else they had at kicker. Something for me to do. Okay. Let's see. Where are the rosters? I suppose I have to click on the team first, then get the roster. Wonder if this will account for past position holders. No. Will you stop acting wacko? Okay. Oh, Spencer Schrader. Is he on injured reserve too? Let's find out. Apparently, he used to be with the Colts. Fascinating. He was the extra point kicker in the first game against the Texans, which they lost. And he also kicked off They just had Justin Reed. Speaking of other people doing kickoffs, they had Justin Reed, a safety, continue his kicking ways, and he actually forced a touchback. And in the meantime, we've got the Chargers offense being announced. Okay. So Herbert hands it off to Gus Edwards. Gus the Bus Edwards, that is, as we're under 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Schrader apparently played games 10 through 12. He must have gotten hurt too. And second down, Herbert back to pass, and he is in trouble, and he has gone down. 98 with the sack. Wharton. Yeah, the coverage was pretty good. So the Chargers already in trouble. It's 3rd and 16. They're without Ladd McConkey, their emerging rookie who's out, speaking of injuries. Herbert, he got Quentin Johnson, who got slobber knockered by a Chiefs defender, and we got a flag as a result. We had the hit on the defenseless receiver penalty, which Nick Bolton is the guilty party on, and he apparently doesn't agree with it. And we're going to see the replay. He used his shoulder, but it was right at the chin strap. You cannot do that. Even if it wasn't a helmet-to-helmet hit. We now have a new running back, Vidal, who got a gain, but now we got another flag. Holding on the offense, so that wipes out the gain. Zion Johnson, number 77, is the guilty party. Okay, it's 1st and 20 now, exactly at the 50. Herbert's under center. Fullback's in motion. Oh, we do a flea flicker. And Herbert passes it to Johnson, but he can't hang on to it. Little razzle-dazzle. And now we have the Chiefs' defense being introduced. Fayetteville State. Haven't heard of that one. In the meantime, we have Herbert getting it to Disley, and now another flag or two. And it's an eligible receiver downfield. Guilty party is number 70. Slater. Okay. 3rd and 16. Herbert's doing an audible. While in the gun. Back to pass. Got time. And now he's going to run it. Stopping and starting. Not able to get the first down. Dano with the tackle. They're at the Chiefs 39, and we'll see if they're gonna bring on. Oh, wait a minute, that's Herbert. That's not Cameron Dicker, the kicker. They're gonna bring on their punter. And 81 from the Chiefs, set to return. So Scott punts it away. And we have he actually tries to return, even though there were a bunch of Chargers surrounding him. And he gets to about 16. So Joshua Williams is from Fayetteville State University. I am going to have to look that up in Wikipedia. I doubt there's any college in the nation. Oh, shoot. I didn't do the right combination. Control C, then Control V. Go. Oh, it's in North Carolina. And he is listed as a notable alumnus. The Broncos, they are. They're a Division II squad. So, both teams have a D2 player on their roster, starting, which is impressive. Rarely see anyone drafted from those colleges, and it used to be more common when they had more rounds in the draft. Hey, Nash. Well, your team came close, but no cigar. I imagine you're a bit down in the dumps. But they're still leading the division. It would have been nice if they could have beaten the Rams for my own self-interest's sake. Unfortunately, my Cardinals didn't win, as you know. Oh, yeah, you played good, 42 points, but it was 2 less than the opposition. In the meantime, we're back in the action as Kareem Hunt, who has returned after exile in Cleveland, gained 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6. 6 minutes left. Worthy's in motion. Now Mahomes is back to pass, and now we've got a screen for Hunt again with the ball, and he gets a first down. Getting to the 33. Hunt actually ran into one of his own guys, and that stopped his forward momentum. First down, nevertheless. Mahomes is under center. Does a quick pass to DeAndre Hopkins, yet another Cardinal who's doing better for another team. And they haven't had many games with him, but he's averaged about 5 catches per game since he's been with the Chiefs. Mahomes is now back to pass after faking the handoff. Can't find anybody. And now he tried to get to Hunt, but he was way away from him. So this is interesting. When the Seahawks did that earlier in the afternoon, intentional grounding was called, but not in this case. And this time, Mahomes is in the gun. Kelsey's in motion. Mahomes back to pass again. He's hit again. And I don't know why the Chargers are trying to return it, because he had the forward motion going. So the punt god Matariza, who's come away from the sex assault charges no worse for wear, punts it off. Oh! They were able to keep it from going into the end zone. And that's one of the reasons they call him the punt god. Oh yeah, Nash, my Sun Devils won big. Now, since you're close to the border with Iowa, I suppose you'd know that. Oh yeah, you're just north of them. I need to watch those highlights. I have a souped-up cell phone from Samsung, and I was able to at least keep track of the score. Couldn't watch any of the action. But I at least was able to keep tabs on things, and that was an impressive win. And I want to see how they did it. So, do you have a favorite college team? South Dakota State is pretty impressive in the 1AA arena. But what about what they call now the FBS, which is a BS title as far as I'm concerned? Especially since now that both what were the 1A and the 1AA are now all have football playoff systems now. For the rest of you who are watching me at this time, feel free to chat me up for any reason if you want. Take your jacket off and stay a while. It's cold, I know. I live in Portland, Oregon, that is. And I felt the cold last night, having to bike to work. Wore my head sock, my overly inflated rain jacket, my long johns. Looks like the action's going to be cupping up pretty soon. And as usual, Arrowhead is packed to the rafters with fans, the vast majority of whom are rooting for the Chiefs. Got a couple of empty seats in the mid-tier section, which is where the rich flaunt clout. So at the 2-yard line, Herbert's in the gun, hoping he won't get a sack safety. He's back to pass, and he gets the pass off. Threw it for Quentin Johnson, but it was too far out of bounds. Melissa Stark is discussing a potential injury for Herbert, but he looks all right for the moment. Back to pass again. Gets it off quickly. This time it's completed to number 9. Chark. Officials are marking it short of a first down, so that's a 9.5 yard gain. Herbertson under center, and he does the QB sneak thing, and he got it. Good night. Herbert's only thrown one interception. That's remarkable. Kyler Murray threw more interceptions in just one game. Herbert's back to pass after being under center. Oh, he got a man open! Wide open down midfield. Palmer. Wow. That was a perfectly thrown ball. So ball's at the 49 of the Chiefs. Herbert's again under center. Hands it off to Edwards, who makes a gain this time. His fellow former Baltimore Raven, J.K. Dobbins, is out for the year, it appears. Two minutes left in the quarter. Second and 7. Johnson's in motion, and he gets the ball quickly. Oh, no, he fumbled the ball! And a lineman recovered it, fortunately. But they say the fumble occurred after his knee hit the ground. There's not conclusive evidence he got any sort of body part other than the hand down, but the call will stand. And now there's confusion, and the Chargers are forced to call timeout. So let's see what they decide on as a play. $52 seconds left. And now we got another whistle. Oh, no, they're just starting the play clock. Herbert's in the gun this time. Back to pass now. Kansas City blitzing, but they pick it up. Jalen Reagor with the catch, but it's well short of the first down, and the Chargers will more than likely punt. And there's a 1.5 second difference between the game clock and the play clock. So Scott's going to be able to get this off. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And there it goes. And the ball bounces out of bounds at the 12. Oh, actually, they got the punt off early, so there's still 8 seconds left on the clock. Never mind. Okay. Chiefs on their lone play in offense. Well, gets the catch, gets about 5 yards. It'll be second down when the second quarter begins. So, for all the potential explosiveness of these two, we've got a very low scoring affair to start off. And we go to commercial timeout. I try to drink what's left of the ice cubes in my soda from lunch. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something to say, but Cardinals game left me a bit wiped out. And with my usual sense of disappointment. They're playing the Patriots next week. Somehow I doubt that is going to make it onto the local network schedule. I can look and see what the possibilities are. Well, Monday night game is going to be Cincy and Dallas. Kind of surprised that didn't get flexed out, given how disappointing both teams have been. We want to see next week. Okay, we're back to the action on the field. Mahomes is back to pass, but he's been flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. He's got the first down, and he goes out of bounds to avoid being tackled. Ball is at the 27. Mahomes is in the gun. Hands it off to Pacheco, who gets about a yard and a half. Not much. Troy Dye with a tackle, number 43. Mahomes in the gun. Gets a quick pass off to Noah Gray, one of his many tight ends, who he can depend on. Not much of a gain, so it'll be third down. Molden with the tackle for the Chargers. And he got to the 33. So it's 3rd and 4. Mahomes is in the gun. Now back to pass. Only a 3-man rush. Oh! Brought down by Joey Bosa. One of those defensive all-pros. So as we're under 13 minutes to play, it's going to be another punt. It was only a 3-man rush, but no one was open, and Bosa managed to get past his lineman. Ariza back to punt. He lets it fly. Oh, it's fumbled! Oh! Number 12, Davis, bobbled it, but able to hang on to it. Hit him in the face mask. And he was wise to just fall on it rather than try and pick it up and try and make something out of it. Whew. So it'll be behind the 20-yard line for that. So let's go back to what Week 15 schedule is going to be like. The Rams and the Niners are playing for playoff survival in the NFC West. They'll be the Thursday night Prime Video game. That's going to have huge stakes written all over it. No more teams have bye weeks. There were 6 of them this week alone for the last one. I don't know why they don't just do an even same number of teams consecutively. At any rate, when I look at the afternoon games, there are no other NFC West division rivals to look at. The Seahawks are playing on Sunday night for next week against the Packers. That one was definitely flexed if it wasn't already on the schedule. Other Western teams from the AFC that'll be playing in the afternoon are also at home. The Chargers and the Broncos. The former facing the Buccaneers, the latter facing the Colts. Those will all be competitive games. Other games in the afternoon are going to be the Bills against the Lions and the Steelers against the Eagles. AFC versus NFC, and both of them the best against the best. Maybe I'll get lucky. So, ball's at the 17. Herbert's in the gun. Davis is in motion. He hands it off to Edwards, but he only gets a yard. The Jets and the Jaguars in the morning will play another Tank Bowl game. And then, depending on the outcome of the Bengals-Cowboys game tomorrow, the Bengals will be playing the Titans. So 2nd and 9. Herbert's back to pass. And he's gunning it. Oh, he's got a man open. He overthrew it. He had Palmer with no one around him. And another case where he could have is it Dovin or dove for the ball? So 3rd and 9. Disley's in motion for the Chargers. Herbert back to pass again. The blitz is on, and it's batted up in the air and incomplete. So it's turning into a punting fest. It was McDuffie that got his hand on the ball. Scott with another punt for the Chargers. Gets it off. And it's returned by number 81 of the Chiefs, who gets a decent run out of it, down to the 45. Remigio. Another unknown. A lot of commercials, because there ain't much action. With the Saints winning, they'll have a game against the Commanders with a little more importance, and it'll be in Nolans. The same with the Dolphins winning. They're going to be at Houston. The Ravens are at the Giants. That should be a blowout. Emphasis on should. And the Monday night game is the Bears against the Vikings. We'll see if that gets flexed out. Because most definitely ABC/ESPN is going to want one of those other games. But I don't think CBS and Fox are going to give them up. They'd be hard-pressed to do that. So we have 5 teams with 10 losses or more. They're in the running for the number 1 pick, unless one of them traded theirs off. I don't see the Panthers in there for some reason. Oh, there it is. Oh, so it's actually 6. I just didn't have it far up enough. Mahomes is back to pass as we return back to the action, and he gets it to Juju Smith-Schuster, who has returned to the fold as well, like Hunt. Big gain for him. And Mahomes did his usual yeoman effort to get it away as he was about to be sacked. Ball's at the Charger 29. And Mahomes again back to pass. And this time he gets the sack. Derwin James. So it's second down. He was brought down at about the 34, so it'll be 2nd and 15. Oh, they put it down at the 35. Mahomes back to pass, gets it off quick again to Hopkins, who's able to make the catch and get a little more yardage. But it'll still be 3rd down. Henley on the tackle. Ball's at the 25 and a half, so it's 3rd and 6. Mahomes back to pass. He tried to get to Hopkins, but he couldn't hold on to it, and we got a flag on the play, so this may be pass interference. Mahomes is being forced to get off the passes really quick a lot. And yeah, he was holding. It's not pass interference, it's illegal contact. But there's also a holding penalty. One on still number 29. He had his hands all over Worthy. And now we got another flag, a false start. 70, the guilty party, Humphreys. Okay, Mahomes is passing it already to Noah Gray, who gets to the 19 of the Chargers. So it was 1st and 15, now it's 2nd down and less. 9 to be specific. Cam Hart on the tackle. Mahomes in the gun, gets a snap, back to pass, another quick throw, gets it to Kelsey. And so far, no Taylor Swift sighting. Hello, who's ever joining me? Nice to have you stop by. We got a punt fest going on here, which I'm sure thrills you to your very bones. So Mahomes is in the gun again. Worthy's in motion. Mahomes probably doing an audible. Now he gets the snap, back to pass. And unfortunately, he got hit again as he threw. Khalil Mack, the one doing the damage. The pass ultimately fell incomplete. So another field goal kick from Matthew Wright, this time from 33. The kick is up, and it is good. I wonder if the NFL's gotten bored with showing Taylor Swift. Of course, she couldn't also not be there. But at any rate, we have a commercial timeout. Good idea. That's a nice looking bridge. No doubt of the Missouri River. Reed is kicking it off again, although it looks like this is going to be returnable. Davis has it. And he gets to the 41. Nice return. Okay, 7:40 left in the half. And a handoff to Edwards, who gets 4. And we're halfway through the second quarter. And the tackles of the Chargers have apparently done quite the job against the Chiefs' D-line. Herbert back to pass, and he gets it off to their fullback, who gets nothing. Nice open field tackle by Williams, the Fayetteville State guy. Interesting. Joe Alt, the Chargers tackle, his dad was a tackle for the Chiefs. I wonder if it's raining. It looks like it. Let's see. Herbert's calling the snap. Gets the ball out, but it's dropped by Edwards. Oh, no, wait a minute. Vidal or Vidal or Vidal. Yeah, that was just flat out dropped. Right in his hands and couldn't hold on to it. So again, we have a punt by Scott, who almost had it blocked. And we have a fair catch by number 81 of the Chiefs. There will be a short timeout. Okay, we have confirmation that there is no Taylor Swift sighting, and there won't be because she's finishing her final tour stop. There was a handoff to Pacheco, but the flag and whistles went. False start on Gray of the Chiefs. Mahomes passes it off to Pacheco, who gets a half a yard. Maybe. Second and 14 officially. Hello to whoever is joining the chat. We got another flag and another pass batted down. Let's see what the call is this time. Offside on the defense. Bosa was the guilty party. Jumped too soon. Okay, 2nd and 9. Mahomes back to pass, gets it off quick yet again to Hopkins, but not enough for a first down. So 3rd and 2. Ball's at the 17. Mahomes dropping back to pass, and he's gunning it. And no flag. It was way over his head. Hopkins got grabbed. Chiefs fans aren't happy with that regardless. Well, there was supposed to be you could review pass interference calls that weren't called, but that's gone by the wayside, it appears. So Chiefs are going to punt it again. And he gets it off. And Davis fair catches it at the 34.5. And the fans are still booing the non-call. So I'm all talked out. Just got waiting for the action to commence. What little there is in this somewhat bore of a game. No touchdowns, no Taylor Swift, but we have Man of the Year candidates for both teams. Kelsey and Dicker. Dicker has my haircut. It's weird. So let's see if the Chargers can get the first TD of the night. Herbert gets the snap, back to pass, and he's the one in trouble now. Was brought down, but able to get the pass off, but it couldn't go that far. Incomplete. Karlaftis was the one bringing pressure. So 2nd and 10. Herbert's in the gun with an empty backfield. Now back to pass. Gets it thrown, and it's dropped by Palmer, who would have had the first down had he been able to hold on to it. And another long attempt to try and get a first down. And Palmer tripped over his own feet, which was part of the problem. So, 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 to be specific. Herbert's back to pass, and now he's in trouble. And he gets it away, and it's caught! Quentin Johnson. Now we got a flag on the play. Holding on the offense, wiped out. Alt is the guilty party, but Herbert is down. Hopefully not for the count. Bolton had the hit on him late. Well, just a little late. Looked to be a legal hit. Oh, Taylor Heineke sighting. Heineke has an interesting tattoo on his left arm. Well, Heineke's been put in a bad spot due to that holding penalty to start off his first pass in a while. And with a quarterback who hasn't taken a snap all year, the fans are ready for it, and they're yelling some noise. And Arrowhead's one of the loudest stadiums in the nation, if not the world. Heineke's in the gun. He's back to pass. There's only a 4-man rush, but he's going to go. And he's diving forward to get as many yards as he can. He got 13, but is ways away from a first down because of that penalty. Scott's going to be punting it away yet again. Off it goes. And Remigio doesn't fair catch it. He lets it bounce and then gets a few yards and is dropped. Out of ice cubes. Nuts. Well, this is going to be a short break. Let's see if the Chiefs can do something in the final 3 minutes and 28 seconds of the half. Mahomes is in the gun. Ball's at the 23. Herbert's back to pass. He gets it to Gray, but it's too far for him to make a catch. So 2nd and 10. And hello to the two people who are here. Feel free to chat me up if you have anything in mind you want to talk about. Take your jacket off and stay a while. And it's jacket-wearing weather, I can tell you. Okay, 2nd and 10. Mahomes still in the gun. And he gets the pass off quickly to Worthy, but he can only get a few yards as the defense of the Chargers hemmed him in, or hemmed him out in this case. We're under 3 minutes officially now. It's 3rd and 7. Mahomes back to pass again. And he gets the pass off to Worthy, who is able to outrun his Charger and is ultimately forced out of bounds. (20) was trying to chase him down, Hart. And now we have a handoff to Hunt, who gets a decent chunky yards, about 6. And pretty soon it looks like we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Will they get a playoff? Do they want to get a playoff? The answer is no. 2-minute warning is officially upon us. Hello, who's ever decided to join me at the 2-minute warning and official commercial timeout? And I'm wondering, I'm wondering what to do, actually. Katy Perry. All right. 2nd and 3. Mahomes is again in the gun, and we have a Samaje Perine sighting again. Haven't seen him in a while. And he's out in motion. Empty backfield now. Mahomes back to pass. Gets it off quickly to Gray. It's a first down. And now they do the hurry-up thing. Let's see if this can be what gets them the touchdown. Mahomes back to pass. And tried to get Juju Smith-Schuster. That I said that horribly. Juju Smith-Schuster. The defensive back covering him, Fulton, number 7, wasn't even looking back at the ball and had his hands out like that. And they did the pass. They called pass interference. As they show Jim Harbaugh looking gimpy as well. Boy, even the coaches can't avoid injuries. Mahomes back to pass, gets it off quickly to Kelsey, who gets the first down, gets to about the 20. Continuing with the hurry-up, Bosa struggling to get back in time, but he does. Mahomes gets it off to Gray again, who's got 8. And the Chiefs have all of their timeouts, but they're content to chew the clock. 1 minute left to go, 58 seconds, 56. And we have a handoff and to P. Ryan, who struggled to hold on to the ball. But he manages to get the first down regardless. And finally, the Chiefs call a timeout. That was kind of an odd one. He struggled to hang on to the ball, and the defense concentrated on the center where he was, and he was so far behind the line, they kind of lost him in their field of vision, and he wound up going around to the right and gaining some yardage, despite all the problems he had handling it. So it's first and goal. Mahomes gets the snap, back to pass, gets it off quickly to Hopkins, who gets the touchdown. And finally, we got a TD by an ex-Cardinal, no less. 9 plays, 77 yards, less than 3 minutes. And D-Hop did a backwards hop into the Chiefs' end zone. Right for the PAT. And the kick is good. Okay, now I can go ahead and put my cup away. And to the person who is just joining me, I hope you enjoyed watching that TD or enjoyed watching me watch the TD. I'll be back in a few. Drink. Okay, we've got the kickoff. Davis, who is dropped at the 21. And Herbert is back. So the Chargers have they have 2 timeouts, not 1. Let's see if they try and make something of it. Herbert's back to pass, gets it to Johnson for only 6 yards, and they call a timeout right away. So they got to get some form of points on the board. But we got to wait to see what they do. Herbert's back to pass. He gets it off to Palmer, but it's short of the first down. So now they've got to do something, and wait. Well, they finally get a runoff by Vidal, and then it's another timeout. I bet they must have been anticipating on getting the first down, and it kind of messed things up because no one was ready to. And it became a mess. So the ball's at the 37. No timeouts left for the Chargers. They've got to get out of bounds really quick if they get a pass off. And there goes Herbert. And he throws to the Chargers sideline. So now there are only 5 seconds left. And it's and it's time. I'm tired. It's the pre-halftime Hail Mary. That's what I wanted to say. The Chargers have done well for the and they got it off to their tight end who got it up across the midfield, but nothing happened. So it's halftime. And Disley got hurt. We talk about a waste of a play. All right. Uh, I use the game for my cards to talk a lot of football stuff, and as a result, I'm kind of out of it. And my stomach's growling again, so time for me to go ahead and eat something. And one of these days, I'll figure out a fancy graphic to account for the fact that I'm not here. It's like okay. We have a kickoff again. And again, it's a return by the Chargers. Davis is stopped at the 20. Whoa. The heck is my Swiffer? Ugh. As Melissa Stark talks to Jim Harbaugh. So Herbert's under center. Hopefully he got some good treatment at halftime. Hands it off to Edwards. Gets to about 3. Stood up at the 24. Unfortunately for the Chargers, the running game has been rather anemic, so they're forced to go to the air, which they do on this play as Palmer gets about 5. So it'll be 3rd and 1. They're calling it 3rd and inches. And Herbert tries the sneak. He's a pretty big guy, so he can sneak a long way forward, and they have him as getting the first down. Thirteen first downs for Kansas City to 7 for LA. We have Vidal running, who does a nice job. 8 yards. So the Chargers appear to be making an effort to try and establish the run. And yes, it is raining. Lens from the sky cam is full of it. Although it doesn't look like that much, more of a drizzle perhaps. And a pitch out to Vidal again. And again, he gets a nice gain, but naturally, it has to be ruined by a flag. Oh, they're holding on the defense. So they tack on 5 yards for it. Minati is the guilty party, number 91. Pretty blatant on that one. Keep the offensive lineman from going to the second level downfield. And another run. Vidal is the way they're pronouncing it. He gets 2. Got an itch I need to scratch. Well, they say he only gained 1. So 2nd and 9 officially. Herbert's in shotgun. Gets the pass off quickly to Davis. Gets a decent amount, but still, it'll be 3rd down. About 6.5. 11 minutes left in the quarter. Herbert in the gun again. Davis in motion, and he hands it off to Davis for an end around, but nice open field tackle by safety and kickoff specialist kicker Justin Reed. So down roughly 2 touchdowns. Harbaugh is deciding, well, we're in Chiefs territory. We're going to go for it. And now we have another timeout. Well, actually, the first time out of this half. And Reed's wondering, oh, did we call timeout? Who called timeout on our side? He's shaking his head. Well, there are exactly 10 minutes left in the quarter as they try and figure out what they're going to... Oh, Chris Jones is the one who called it. And he's saying, I can't hear. Spagnolia was mystified too, but apparently Jones couldn't hear the defensive play. And he's the captain. Very talented lineman. So let's see what they do here, the Chargers. Herbert's under center. And he fakes the handoff. And he got it to Palmer. To the Chiefs 25. Silences the crowd. They have it just short of the 25. Herbert's in the gun. Vidal was in motion. They tried to do the end around to the right, but Jones blew that up something fierce. Well, as soon as Davis got the handoff, Jones was right there. Got him down with just one paw. So that was a loss of 6. Herbert's back to pass now. And he gets it off. Oh, nice catch. Smart, the tight end, leapt for it and got it. And apparently Disley, when he got hurt at that last play before halftime, he was out for good. He was down at the 9 of the Chiefs, so it'll be 1st and goal. Herbert under center, hands it off to Edwards, who got to about the 2, maybe a little beyond it. And the quarter's almost over. The Chargers have had it the entire time. Herbert's now on the gun. And he hands it off to Edwards again, who gets into the end zone. And we got ourselves a game, folks. First touchdown for the Chargers. That drive went nearly 8 minutes. That's the type of drive Harbaugh wanted. One where the run dominates. So Dicker's going to hit the extra point. Try. Snap, the hold, the kick. It is good. All right, let's see what the Chiefs do to respond. And whoever is joining me just as it's about to go timeout, sorry. I'm going to go and continue on my dessert eating. Had a lollipop first. Now I'm going to have some very old leftover Halloween candy, which is amazingly enough still good. Got some Hershey's Kisses and some vegan chocolate. And the Kisses are of the cookies and cream variety. So from my far away chair, my far away high chair, looks like the Chiefs went 3 and out and are going to punt it away. And that's what Ariza does. Fair catch was signaled for at the 26 by Davis. And sorry I'm not immediately all the way there. I have a lot of Halloween candy to go through. Okay, so we have an incomplete pass. But we also have a flag. Pass interference on the defense. Yep. Didn't get turned around in time. Okay. We are now back in earnest. Herbert's back to pass again. Lofts it up, and he gets smart again. So he's done a heck of a job as a replacement for Disley. They're already at the Chiefs 11. Must have done quite a bit while I was gone. And Edwards continues to get more as he churns his legs through the defense. And we're at a point where they could get a first down without getting a touchdown. And whether they like it or not, the Chiefs and their fans are in the middle of another close affair. So he was declared down at the 4. He gets it yet again, but trying to fight for a yardage, but he'll be lucky if he gets a half a yard out of that. And Herbert fakes the handoff, is back to pass. And he gets a wide open Quentin Johnson. And the game is tied up. And this time it only took just a little over 2 minutes to get to the end zone. So let's see if Dicker, the kicker, can get the lead for the Chargers. The kick is away, right down the middle. And boy, the Chiefs crowd is really quiet now. Oh, I'm wide awake now. Things are really getting interesting. But again, I have to go. Ugh. This was Okay, already got a kickoff from the Chargers, and they're going to kind of return it. Well, it was returned. He kind of sort of wasn't sure whether he wanted to return it or not, and then he decided to go ahead. So the ball got to the 28, and Kareem Hunt's been given the ball on a handoff. He gets 2 yards. So this is a situation where they can't afford to get any more 3 and outs. It's 3 minutes left in the quarter. Mahomes now back to pass, gets it off quick, but off quite a bit. Intended for Hopkins, but he hit the Chargers number 7. Fulton had the inside track, and he was closer to catching it more than Hopkins was. So it's 3rd and 8. And we have an interception, but we also had the Chargers jumping offside. And that's quite a funky helmet Bosa has. It's like he's trying to grow a mohawk in the middle of it. So it's 3rd and 3, 2:39 left. Samaje Perine's in the backfield. Mahomes is in the gun. Now he's back to pass. He gets it right to Perine, who escapes from a tackle and gets downfield quite a bit. Needed a first down, got that, and then some. He escaped 2 tackles that should have kept him from getting a first down. So, ball's at the 46. Mahomes back to pass. Gets it to Kelsey, who does a little chuck and duck. And gets more than he otherwise would have. But it's not enough for a first down. They're in charge of territory, at least, at the 47.5. Holmes back to pass. Gets it to Smith-Schuster, who gets the first down. And while sitting down, he gives the first down move and signal. And in that one, there was nobody covering an on-rushing Charger, but Mahomes got it off quick enough. And let's see what he does this time around. And That was a weird one. There was another blitz coming off the right side, and it was as if he couldn't decide whether to go full speed or not. And he put his hand up as if he wanted to, as if he was ready to try and bat a pass down when he could have gone straight for the sack. And Mahomes gunned it. It went flying way out into where no one could catch it. And now here they've got Pacheco on the run. He gets about 7 yards. And less than 30 seconds left. And the game clock is less than the play clock. So they made this decide and put a hold on it and let it go into the fourth quarter. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. And Mahomes has been hammered and hurried quite a bit tonight. So I'm sure he wouldn't mind having a couple extra seconds of rest. And the quarter's officially over. The Chargers are up by 1. And to those who just joined me, you get to see me on a commercial break do nothing other than perhaps drink some nice milk. Man, that Halloween candy is still good after 6 years. Let me see. I was going to do something, but it can wait. We'll just wait for the commercials to end for places I'll never go to because they're not in my new neighborhood. And we'll see what the Chiefs can do from here on out. I spent too much time in the Cardinals game trying to play Star Trek Fleet Command, so I closed that out, put my peace shield up, and now that I'm unfamished, so to speak, I can concentrate on the game more. And it helps when the Chargers come back to take a 1-point lead, and now it's no longer so one-sided and no longer full of punts. There had to have been, nearly 10 punts in the first half? And all in the third quarter, there was a mere 1. Kansas City has an American Jazz Museum. I didn't think that they were known for their jazz, more their blues and R&B, most definitely. Chuck Berry was a St. Louis guy. Wilbert Harrison was a Kansas City guy. And in the meantime, Pacheco gets a first down and then some, helped by linemen pushing him forward, and he's really pumped up about it. Smith was the handy helper. And he got all the way to the 26 of the Chargers. Worthy's now in motion. They fake the handoff to him and get it to Pacheco. And he wills his way to the 20. So 2nd down 4, Mahomes in the gun, Worthy again in motion, and now Mahomes is doing the audible thing. And he hands off to Pacheco again, who is close to the 1st down but didn't get it. And now we got a flag. And the refs are trying to discuss what's going on. Oh. Smith, the guy who helped Pacheco get that 1st down, is the guilty party of an after-the-play personal foul. Oh, man, why? Let's see what happens. Oh, he gave a defensive lineman a headbutt. Why? You're down by a point. And he's shaking his head, but dude, come on, man. There's a come on, man moment if there ever was one. And now it's 3rd and 16 because that was a 15-yard penalty. Oh, boy. Mahomes is in the gun. He's back to pass. And he's going to gun it all the way. He's got a man open. Oh! Hopkins had it, and he got hit and couldn't hang on to it. Oh! Cam Hart and number 36 couldn't quite get the name because of those dreadlocks, but they combined to knock it out. So Red's going to try one from 50. Oh, yes, he gets it. And the Kansas City mascot, whatever the heck it is he almost caught it. Ugh. Finally, I'm wide awake in America. Ugh. And I need to do some relieving. Back in time. Just in time. I'll be damned. A Kurt Benkert sighting. Well, Reed is kicking it off again. And Davis is going to take it out of the end zone. And Reed ends up making the tackle. Pulling double duty. Although Davis helped a lot by slipping, so it wasn't like Reed had to do much tackling. So, Chargers have it at the 24. I formation. Herbert fakes the handoff. Is back to pass. Oh! Late arrival of Bolton allows him to get the sack unimpeded. That couldn't have come at a better time. So it's 2nd and 18. Herbert's back to pass again. And he gets it to Johnson, who was wide open and had no one to charge after him. Gets a first down. Oh. Corner slipped. No wonder he was so wide open and able to get downfield so quickly. And he got to the 36. We now have a handoff to Vidal, sorry. It was Williams who slipped and fell. So they gained 3 on that run. 11 minutes left in the game. Herbert's in the gun. Back to pass. Got Smart again, who gets yet another first down for the Chargers. He's made as many catches in this game as he made the first 13 games. He's coming up big after the injuries to wide receiver and tight end. Ball's at the 48. Handed off to Edwards, who gets a nice hole and gets to the first down. 10 minutes left in the game. Well, fireworks are better late than never. Oh, that was a huge hole. Herbert's under center. Pitches it to Vidal. But he only gets about a half a yard. And he ran a lot to get that half a yard. So 2nd and 9. Ball's in the Chiefs 41. Herbert back to pass. And he has to run to get out of trouble and winds up getting 2 or 3. And with that bum thigh he's got, you can bet it's a bit of a danger area. So 8:30 left in the game. As Herbert gets the play call in from the upstairs. He's in the gun with Vidal to his right. Smart's in motion. 2 receivers now on each side. Herbert's back to pass. Gets it off. Gets it to Palmer. And another first down for the Chargers. 8 minutes left. And we're seeing plenty of action now. It's as if both teams decided, yeah, that wasn't a good half we had. We really ought to get things going. Now we got a flag. Neutral zone infraction on the defense. So with 7:35 left to go, unfortunately, Jones gets a rare penalty. And he's manly saying something. I think he's complaining that he was drawn offside by the Chargers. The ball's now at the 26. Fakes the handoff, does Herbert. Back to pass, but he throws behind Palmer. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Now with the rain, what little rain has fallen, it's kind of made the field rather slippery. I've seen quite a few instances where they're having trouble getting a hold on with their feet of the turf. Herbert to pass again, and he gets Palmer again for a first down at the 18, despite getting blammed. And the Chargers did well to pick up the blitz to allow Herbert to get that pass off. So first down. And another handoff to Vidal, but he doesn't get much. About 1.5 yards. And we've got more walking wounded, this time for the Chiefs. Our man from Fayetteville State going into the locker room. Herbert's in the gun again. Davis is in motion. Herbert back to pass. And he's unable to get out of the way and is sacked. Number 98, Wharton, gets his 2nd sack. Herbert looked like he had room to run, room to roam. But I was mistaken. So the ball's back at the 24 now. Herbert runs it to Vidal. And he got hit in the backfield. His lineman kept him upright and pushed him towards past the line of scrimmage. So they at least got a few, well short of a first down. Dicker's going to go out for his first field goal attempt at 4th and 11. So that was a 5-yard gain. And it's going to be a 37-yard attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's in. Was looking a bit sketchy at first, but it curved into the middle. And the Chargers are back in the lead. So both teams going back and forth now in terms of taking the lead. And it looks like it'll get to the point where whoever has the ball last will end up winning the game. And I don't know if you can hear what's going on outside my window. I certainly can now that I'm muting the volume on the TV. So the area where I live near a light rail station has a skating rink set up just for the winter. And occasionally somebody's going to blare out stuff from the speakers. I saw how it was set up Friday night. Definitely filled with kids, not so many adults. And to those of you who are just deciding to tune in on a commercial break, welcome. Feel free to chat me up about anything. I know there's not much time left in the game, but let me know if anything's on your mind. Take your jacket off and stay a while. If you're indoors, that is. Well, that's interesting. They've got trolleys set up in KC to see people's Christmas lights displays. That's nice. Okay. So they're going over the streaks each team has had in terms of close games. Kansas City has had 14 straight wins. Whoa! That was, I don't know what that was. It was as if he was trying to chip it. Instead, he kind of short-legged it, if that's ever such a thing. And apparently with the new rules, there's supposed to be a landing zone it's got to go into for it to count. So when it goes out of bounds, there's a penalty for not staying in the right place on the inside. And the ball's now at the 40 of the Chiefs. And Chiefs can't take advantage of it as Mahomes' pass is defended well by Henley, and it's incomplete. Intended for Pacheco. Nice job of defense. 4:31 left in the game. 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes in the gun. Now back to pass. And he gets it off. but it was off center for Pacheco, and he couldn't hang on to it. So it'll be 3rd and 10. And on further inspection of Bosa's helmet, it's more like a double mohawk. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs. They got to get this first down. Mahomes back to pass. There's a blitz, but Mahomes gets away from it, and he gets the pass caught by Worthy. Oh, clutch for the rookie to come up with that catch. Okay, they're in Chargers territory at the 46, and the handoff is to Pacheco, who has to do a bit of a juke to avoid a Chargers defender and gains only 2 yards. So Humphreys is hurt, the offensive lineman for the Chiefs. And he's going to have to come off the field. So 2nd and 8. Mahomes back to pass. And he's forced to run. And he's going to get the first down. And he is knocked out of bounds quite seriously. But no flag for a late hit. As we look at the replay, he was just in bounds when he was hit. And we have a quick pass out to Xavier Worthy, who gets to the 30. Coming up on a little over 3 minutes left in the game. Ball's placed just at the 29.5. Gray's in motion. Mahomes is in the gun. Hands it off to Pacheco. And he gets to a little past the 25, but not enough for a first down. And the Chargers apparently have called timeout. Although he's kind of confused, or has that confused look on his face like Reed did when Chris Jones called a timeout for them. So they put a couple seconds back on the clock. It's now 2:32 left. They got a tackle eligible thing going on. Looks like a triple option formation. And he hands it off to Pacheco, but he gets the first down. And now the clock has stopped again. And the Chargers are taking another timeout. And it's going to be an official time for commercials for the moment. Don't know how long this is going to last. So from what started out as a yawner, we've got something of a barn burner now. What the? What the? Get the fuck up. I haven't. Okay, that went on longer than expected. He's been either pressured or sacked nearly half the time he's dropped back to pass, Mahomes. Officially, 2:29 is left on the clock. So they added a second. So when trailing in the fourth quarter, he's got a losing record, but it's just under 500, and that's the highest win percentage in NFL history, which is interesting enough. So 25 times he's been successful. Mark of a Hall of Famer. And Kareem Hunt got about 3, and Harbaugh decides to have the Chargers take their final timeout. And it's starting to feel like Casey's going to pull out yet another close victory. And they've got the new guy who's made 3 already tonight. We have a handoff to Hunt, who got to the 20. And it looks like the Chiefs are content to set up themselves for field position to have a best chance of a good field goal kick. They're laying the time wind down to the 2-minute warning. You get that feeling of inevitability with the Chiefs. I mean, they've been so good for so many years in late stages of this new millennium. And now we're back to commercial time. And why can't you people show up while I'm calling the game as opposed to commercial? To the two who are here, if you want to feel free and chat me up about anything. I know it's kind of late, but if you want to, go ahead and say stuff. Because I'd just as soon not talk about commercials. Give me something to sing about. Because all I can do at this point is just wait for the action to resume. Completely run out of things to say. We have an ad for Fallon, so usually an indication that they're about ready to return to the action. So 3rd and 7, exactly 2 minutes left. Mahomes is under center for a rare time in the game, and he's just... Oh, he gets it to Kelsey, and they get a first down. I thought he was going to eventually try and run for a good field goal spot, but instead he kept going further outside, drawing in the defense, and then he got it to a wide open Kelsey who got on his knees. I mean, there were about 4 guys from the Chargers trying to get to Mahomes. Mahomes was able to get away from one of them, and then the other 3 were just too late. And that means so while I was explaining all that, the Chiefs let the clock run down and then took a timeout. 1:11 left. There's Wright, who for some reason is walking around the sidelines as opposed to practicing. I mean, he hasn't gotten much kicking practice tonight. They don't trust him on kickoff situations. So they're going into kneel down formation. And they're setting themselves up for the final field goal kick. Oh, now he has a football, and he's setting up for a practice kick. And Mahomes kneels down again. And Andy Reid is letting the clock run down until whenever he feels it's okay to call the final timeout. And he's already discussed with the official when it's going to be. He left it a little late. There's officially 1 second left. So, in the reverse situation, when Denver was playing in Kansas City and was setting themselves up for a game-winning situation, the Chiefs blocked it. And the same thing happened with Green Bay and Chicago. So, while Collinsworth is mentioning that the field was resodded, which is why there's been quite a few slip-ups by some of these players. At any rate, the play clock is starting. It'll be a 31-yard field goal. The kick is up. Oh, he doinked it in! Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness! Oh! Oh! So the hold wasn't perfect. Well, it did a good job of doinking in. A bank shot. Oh! They're showing the Chargers sideline, and there's this one guy who puts his head like that. and Mahomes is putting the classic sign of, oh my God, did that just happen? But usually that you see that with the losing fans or fans on the losing side. But Well, now I'm wanting to see how everyone else streamed this ending to see what their reaction was. Lord have mercy. I had serious thoughts about stopping this stream at halftime because I was so freaking bored. And then the Chargers have to get back in it. So they justified my wanting to stay the course. And then, of course, Kansas City has to come back every time the Chargers get a lead. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lead changes ultimately, one of them resulting in a last-second win. And again, you have a situation where they see football as a game of inches, and in this case, it was fractions of an inch. Except it was fractions of an inch going the right way for the Chiefs. Oh, well, for those who stayed, hope you enjoyed. I'm all tapped out. So thus endeth the stream. Bye-bye. Bye, Bonds. End.